Welcome to Corrections Reflections Podcast, a platform dedicated to individuals who've experienced incarceration. When I was 19 years old, I made a decision that would change my life. Eventually, I would find myself in prison. And when I got out, I made it my mission to help give those who faced incarceration a voice. If you haven't already got my book, you can find it on Amazon. The name of the book is Guilty, the story they never told.
Let's go back to you getting put into a coma. You getting jumped. What was that like?
Man, I was at a party. At that time, I was just partying everywhere. I was at a party, man, and I don't remember nothing at all. I remember playing beer pong and then waking up 7 days later. Like, I don't even know what the fuck happened, you know what I mean? Like, I had to get told what was happening. Still till this day, I still don't believe, you know what I mean?
Did you have a rough night before that? Was you wilding?
I don't know. I thought I was just being cool. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It happens. But I guess wrong place, wrong time. I guess you can say.
You know who it was?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Just it went other ways around. You know what I mean. But yeah, and it was wild, man. You know what I mean. Just still, you know, that happening. You know what I mean. And for the longest time, I would always I was a playboy player. You know, playboy. You know what I mean. And then you know, trying to, and then after one night, God takes it away just like that. You feel me? So that's why nowadays I'm very humble and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? He can take it away just like that. You know what I mean? And that was wild, bro. When that happened, man. I was fucked up for like, man, 6 months after that, 5 months. I was on morphine. All I remember was just eating and smoking some tree, taking my pill, waking up. You know what I mean? Like it was fucking me up for a long time. And then that's why I really quit fucking like drinking around, fucking around like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, man, you know, shit like that's gonna do something to you. You know what I mean? So like, it was just wild, bro. It was wild.
It's like you learned the hard way.
You know what I mean? It is. You know what I mean? But they always say God sends his toughest warriors to the hardest battles. You feel me?
That's
so,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, and at that time, the family was beefing. You feel me? So like. And them all visiting me in the hospital kind of brought us all closer together, you feel me? So like, I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But man, it was wild, though. This shit was crazy. It was wild, bro. Especially not remembering nothing, you know what I mean? Just waking up, like, whoa, shit, what the fuck, you know what I mean? And then Steven still tells in, like, I didn't know, you know what I mean? When I still got up out of bed, I'm like, God damn, I had to take a piss. So I went to the bathroom. They was like, hold on, we gotta tell you something. I was like, what? They was like, hold on. I was like, nah. I went to the bathroom, and see my shit. I was like, what the fuck? God damn, I was like the elephant man. You know what I mean? Playing around, you feel me? But I was like, God, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But I mean, it kind of tell me what was going on, what happened. You know what I mean? And it was like, it's like 7 days later. I was like, what? You know what I mean? It was wild, but it was crazy.
Man.
You know what I mean? Shit. I mean, there's a reason why I'm still here. You know what I mean? Like that. You know how we talk about the lineman shit when they got shot, when that fucking lineman shit. You know what I mean? Like. There's always a reason why things are still.
You got shot by a power line, bro.
Man, a fucking power line, cuz like it fucked my whole hand up, man. It was.
So that incident happening, right? Did it make you feel like you had to change anything?
Man, yeah, it did. It really did. I had to change everything, man. Actually, the whole mindset. You know what I mean? Because like, it hit my daughter tough. You feel me? Like it hit her tough, and that's another reason why I didn't want to go do nothing. Because it hit her tough, you know what I mean? And then you know how they say it just trickles, you know what I mean? So if I would have did something, then they would have went back, you know what I mean? Went back, then more kids, you know what I mean? Then the trauma, you know, physical hurtness can always get better, can always hurt, but that trauma, you can't never fix that trauma, you feel me? If I'm physically hurt, I can work on that shit, you know what I mean? Like, if I got a broke bone, that shit's gonna get back together, you know what I mean? But that trauma's, you can't come back from trauma sometimes.
Yeah.
You know how that is, you know what I mean? Going to prison, you know how that shit is, you know what I mean? That trauma shit, it's like that, you know what I mean?
It's always better to be the bigger person.
Yeah, you know what I mean? As it is too, you know what I mean? It is. Especially with all that was going on, you know what I mean? And still not knowing what the fuck happened, you feel me? Like people, like, actually you have to tell people that too, like, it was crazy, you know what I mean? Because I didn't believe it happened. Yeah. You feel me? Because I didn't know it happened, you know what I mean? Like, I don't remember none of it at all. Like I don't remember what happened. You know what I mean? So like that's what was crazy too. You know what I mean?
How old were you?
Oh goddamn. What was that? That was 2012. What is it?
We was probably
14?
about 30, 31 or 32.
Yeah, about 31, 32. Yeah.
We were the same age, so
Yeah.
that's about. I really thought I was going to prison.
Yeah.
So that's what
It was about that time. It was about that time. And that, you know what I mean, like, and how, you know what I mean, when that happened too, like, that's when, like, I first started really rapping, getting on wax. My cousin was one to rap, you know what I mean? So, like, you know what I mean, I know everybody, I got juice, you know what I mean? So I know everybody. So, like, I was like, all right, I want to take you to the homie's house. Took him to the homie's house, you know, they did a song. I did like 2 or 3 songs, you know what I mean, just fucking around, you feel me? And then, like, 2 days later, I get thrown in a coma. You know what I mean? Then, like, maybe 2 months later, my cousin got the CD, and he's like, man, you wanna go hand these CDs out with me? You know what I mean? It's my CD. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So we went to, like, Cherokee Nation, and then we handed out 100 CDs. I mean, he had 50 backpack, old school shit, handing shit out, you know what I mean? And then people was like, after that happened, people was like, man, that shit was cool that you did. I was like, what did I do? Is that song you did? So I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. My cousin, he's cold, you know, he's cold, you know what I mean? He's cold. I said, but I don't know what y'all talking about. And then when I heard the CD, he put my songs on his CD.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Because he didn't know what was going to happen to me neither, you know what I mean? Because I could have been retarded, you know what I mean? That's what was crazy too, because you know what I mean? I don't even say it like that. But like when I went back to the hospital to get my shit checked out, you feel me? That's what they were saying too, that they're glad that I didn't get no brain damage from the shit, you feel me? Like I wasn't retarded, you know what I mean? Like my shit came back cool, you know what I mean? You know, like nothing really fucked up on me, you know what I mean? My vision, I still got 20/20 vision, you know what I mean? Like everything stayed cool. This shit was stitched up too, you know what I mean? But everything stayed cool.
What was his favorite song? Was it Hoes Like Hunker? Hey, but yeah, did it make you want to drop a diss song on him or something? Hey, you know, some motherfuckers.
Did you drop a diss song?
I released.
When that happened, man, like
I
I had a phone where I was writing my rhymes in, and I was writing my rhymes in and shit like that. And when I came to, that phone was gone, everything was gone. You know what I mean? So that's why I quit writing shit and just started like freestyling off the head a little bit.
They done stole your shit.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Doing that shit, and then man, like I said, then when they heard them songs, my cousin started doing some concerts and shit. You know what I mean? So people wanted me to do them with them too. So I could only do a couple songs at a concert. You know what I mean? And they was like, man, you gotta get some more shit, bro. You can't just be doing 1 or 2 songs every concert we fucking do. You know what I mean? You gotta switch it up. So then that's when I dropped the mixtape. Dropped the mixtape. Then that's when me and Boo met up again. And then he found out I rapped. It was crazy when he found out I rapped. They didn't believe it at first.
Put that shit in.
And then we started. Then that's when we started going back to jail. That's when the jail started coming around. You know what I mean? But like I said, you know, you hustle so long, it's either now or later. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And that's what kind of stopped the quit doing shit. You know what I mean? Because when I did my 6 months, then I got out, and then you went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when you was gone, then I went back. And then when I went back, I got out before you. But then when you got out, I was an ankle monitor, so I was at reintegration. You know what I mean? So we really couldn't do nothing. You know what I mean?
Hey, some little G about the ankle monitor and rocking that shit. I don't like it, but shit.
They got this all kind of play. You should have seen that shit. Everybody love that shit. You know what I mean?
And he hard as fuck. I was playing that basketball tournament.
I know when I used to do that shit.
Don't foul him. That motherfucker been locked up. Don't play with him.
That shit was wild too. And then you know what I mean, like then
So shit, you guys didn't ever catch a case together.
No.
Shit,
We kept 100, you know what I mean? He didn't tell on me, I didn't tell him, you know what I mean? We kept 100, you know what I mean? He got caught, I got caught. That was cool about it too, that's what I told everybody, you know what I mean? He got caught and I got caught. He did his time, I did my time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I never actually got caught doing anything I was actually doing. I always got caught on some bullshit.
And my shit was bullshit too, you know what I mean? My shit was just, you know what I mean, taking some. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had some shit. If they would have searched a little harder, they would have found some shit, you feel me? Like this whole conversation would have been different, you know what I mean? But you know, God willing, you know what I mean, that didn't happen, and they only found what they found, you know what I mean? And it gave me time, but it didn't give me a lot of time. And you know, doing with that time, sometimes that shit how I got my GED and that bitch, you feel me? Like, when I got out, they helped me, I went to integration and got my lineman certification, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Shout out to
To integration, to parents. You know, sometimes, you know, things happen like that for better. Man, this was one, matter of fact, I was at a work center. There was one preacher talking to us, you know how they got the preachers in jail, you know what I mean? And he was a cool cat, and he was saying that sometimes God puts you in something to save you from something else. You know what I mean? And he was saying that one time he was fishing with his grandson, and when he was fishing, he seen a snake. And when he seen that snake, he got his grandson through him. I mean, when it was his grandson fell, got all scraped and shit, started crying and shit. And he's like, why'd you do that to me, Grandpa? He's like, well, I had to do that to you so you can get bit by that snake. You feel me? So, like, sometimes, shit like that, you know, he puts you in different places to better yourself. And that's what I feel was for me, you know, because I've been trying, man, being a little gangster, man, being a little thug, man, you know, I got kicked out of school when I was 12 years old for something weird. You know what I mean? So, like, I got kicked out of school when I was 13 for getting in trouble too much. Then I got kicked out of school when I was 14 for drinking out of school. I got arrested, you feel me? So, like, I always wanted the education, needed that, but I just, you know what I mean, just the circumstances I lived in and being around the older people, you know what I mean, the older people and shit, the school didn't matter to them because they didn't have to go to school. They was 30 years old, what the fuck, you know what I mean, ain't no school, you know what I mean? So, like, that never was pressed upon me, so the little time I was gone, it helped me open my eyes, helped me get my GED and there, you know what I mean, you know, so that was pretty cool.
Growing up, right? I know we had a lot of movies and music that influenced us on kind of like the culture we lived in. Whatever. Is there anything that influenced y'all?
Man.
Growing up in well, you grew up here in Omogi, right? Yeah. Like y'all watch Menace to Society or
man, you know what I mean? All that, you know what I mean? Boys in the Hood, Mr. Society. At that time, that Chopper Screw shit, that Houston shit was going around. You know what I mean? That Houston, that Slab. You know what I mean? And like. They all, in them songs, they talk about candy cars, you feel me? They always talk about shit like that. And that's what revolves to hustling too, you know what I mean? Because as I just said, we don't got no education. So we're not out there getting it through the school. We're not out there getting it through our good job, you feel me? We're not doing that because we ain't got no education, you know what I mean? So like, only how we can see doing that is robbing people or selling weed, you know what I mean? Or selling drugs, you know what I mean? At that time it was weed, you know what I mean? It ain't like it is now, you know what I mean? But back at the end it was flipping that paycheck.
So I felt like the superstars of the hood were all the drug dealers that were flashy and had all the money.
And then sometimes, you know what I mean, it was just the people just being on deck all the time, you know what I mean? They wasn't really being too flashy, they just could blow like a, you know what I mean? That's all.
What do you think could have steered you in another direction?
Man, I always think about this all the time, you feel me? Like, I'm glad you said that. I always think about this all the time, but you know what I mean? But when I was younger, I was a basketball player, bro. Cold, man. You know what I mean? I was cold with it, man. I was grabbing ram, you know what I mean? Cold with it, man. And the homies, I was influenced by the people I was around. And I honestly think they quit ball because I was a young cat hanging around all the cats, you know what I mean? So I was in middle school and they was in high school. But they was getting no playing time. You know what I mean? They was in high school, you know what I mean? They ain't that good to be getting playing time. So they quit, you know what I mean? And then when I made that decision to quit with them, I think that's where it went. Once I quit playing sports.
You feel like they were an influence on you?
Yeah. Because they quit and it was, you know, when we had the gang, you know what I mean? Gang, you know how it was. We was all kicking around each other, you know what I mean? Flagging, you feel me? And they all quit, you know what I mean? And I was the only one still going to basketball practice, you know what I mean? Still doing that. All the homies over there thugging and shit. I'm over there still, you know what I mean? So like, that was influenced by that. You know what I mean? If I would have went a different route, I think it would have been a lot different.
How'd that make you feel? Like, how'd you deal with that?
Man, that led to depression too. You feel me? Like, as long, you know what I mean? Because people heard about me, you know what I mean? Even when I street mall, that's why I did the hood counties, you know what I mean? That's exactly why I did the hood counties.
So I heard
people, you know what I mean? But that's why I did the hood counties for people like us who didn't have that to go to state championship, you know what I mean? Go to the regionals, and we didn't go to school like that, you feel me? So like, we was just stars in the hood, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hood
Stars in the hood.
That's how we were playing ball, you know what I mean? Like, the best basketball people I ever played against didn't go to college, you know what I mean? Like, they was people in the hood, you know what I mean? Just people off the block, you feel me? People just balling like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's, if I would have stick to that, a lot of things would have been different, you know what I mean? But I mean, it is what it is. You can't live on the past like that, you know what I mean? But I think that's what it went, you know what I mean? Because once that happened, man, that's when I started. Man, so I got maybe about a month later. I got kicked out for some weed. First, I got suspended for selling pills. I told this. My pops had Niacin pills. You feel me? Niacin cleans you out, keeps your system clean.
I know about that
Yeah,
shit.
you feel me? So when I seen him taking it, he was taking it in the morning. You know what I mean? He was taking vitamins. You know what I mean? So he taking it in the morning. So I thought that was speed. So when I grabbed a whole lot, I sold it to somebody at school, telling them it was speed, and they about overdose on the shit. You know what I mean? So first I got kicked out for that. I was suspended for that. Yeah, I know. Homeboy was fucked up, bro.
He was burning
Yeah,
up,
bro.
burning
It was
up.
all
Shit
sweaty
was
and shit,
red.
man.
It was red as shit, like felt like
It was like, this shit ain't working, bro. I said, kicked up.
Yeah, I was about to overheat. I'm about to overheat. Give me some milk.
I did.
He needs some milk.
When I came back,
He OD'd at school?
no, he didn't.
Oh,
But when I came back to school, you know, I already had that reputation of gangster, you know what I mean? Got caught selling pills, you know what I mean? So then I started selling weed, you know what I mean? I got caught selling weed. That's when I got kicked out, you know what I mean?
So we had a favorite sport. Which sport would you?
Basketball. Basketball was my first love. You know, basketball, you know how it is, basketball.
Oh
You
yeah.
play basketball every day. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I came back to Omogi, we played football. I like football.
Yeah.
I like watching football. I like football, but basketball, man. Basketball, like us three can play basketball right now.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah,
Football, we couldn't really do too much. You know what I mean? I would have to be an all-time quarterback or some shit. You feel me? But basketball,
Yeah, we ain't making it down the field.
Yeah.
I just want to play defense. I just want to hit somebody. I just want to play defense. That's it.
Big old gorilla.
I would say one thing the hood knows about George's no-look passes. You gotta watch out.
You gotta watch
He'll
that.
beat you right
Oh,
there.
right.
The second he turns his head, everybody watch the fucking.
Watch the fucking.
Somebody
we
get the
talked
ball.
about that the other day.
And somebody get the ball.
I think it's that one time. I think it might have been Sweets. It might have been you. You was there though. Cause
Yeah, I was there.
No, it was all y'all was there though. But I forgot somebody else was there too. But I said I faked it. When I faked it, all y'all were like that. That's the boy. I thought you was about to chunk that motherfucker.
Ah, shit, like, hit me.
But yeah, I thought I was about to chunk that shit.
I'm ducking.
But that, you know what I mean? Like, that if I wouldn't stay to that, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Came down here, you know, became a father at a young age.
What age?
I'm 16.
16.
Yeah.
When did you drop out? What age?
Oh, man, 15.
15.
Yeah, I was 15.
What grade was that?
See, I kept getting kicked out. So, like, it's just gonna be fucked up. But I kept getting kicked out, so I was too old to be in 8th grade, so they put me a freshman.
Oh damn.
Yeah, so that's I was a freshman, but I didn't go, you know what I mean? But I got kicked out when I was a freshman, so that was the last job. The last education though, like without getting kicked out was 7th grade.
7th grade. So
Yeah.
you'd have been in 7th grade still.
Yeah, because I did 8th grade 3 times, but that's just because I got kicked out every
Shit,
time.
by then it should have been easy. Yeah.
I knew this shit, cuz.
I
I
know
knew
this.
this
I've been
shit.
my third year.
Everyone
I
said-
got it.
I was
this
the
time.
only 16. I was the only one with the mustache at fucking middle school.
Man, why y'all just give me this shit right now? Don't make me dumb.
Is it a teacher?
No, shit. I did it.
Hey, he was a grown man playing on the
Grown
6th grade
man.
team, man.
And I had tabs, you know what I mean? Because like when we was out there, something.
Hey, I remember that shit. We had kids who were doing sticker pokes in the back.
Yeah, I was supposed to. Man, it was crazy because like I was very, you know, my whole life I've been following, you know, music wise, you know what I mean, but following that gangster shit.
Yeah.
So like one time they had like a scare straight shit,
Yeah.
and they was bringing prisoners to school to talk to us.
Yeah.
And when they brought us, they brought a tattoo gun.
Oh damn.
Yeah, but they was just showing us how they get tattoos in there. You feel me? And I looked at it, man. I just looked at
Remember
it.
that?
So I remembered it. So when I got out, I made a tattoo gun. Next thing you know, I was tatting every fucking body up. I was 12 years old, just tatting the fuck up. Had tattoos on me and shit like that. That's why when I went back to Omoga, they thought I was a grown ass man.
Shit.
And plus, you know, at that time, that's when I first started working out. You know what I mean? So like, I said, damn, this big ass grown ass man.
That's
man.
so funny, man.
Hey,
Fucking everybody
that's
else.
so much
Shit, at least 30.
Hey, you was getting beer. Yeah, you was getting beer without getting ID.
I know. They buying a blunt stick to everybody. Hey, man,
Hey,
see
yeah,
George
you
to
know-
the store to get the sticks.
And you know, at that time it was 18,
Yeah.
so I was getting sticks like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was.
I-
Daddy said a little liquor store right down the street from the middle school, and like when we was skip, man, you know they sell single papers. They
Yeah.
sell cigarettes.
Lucy's and shit.
Yeah, Lucy.
Yeah,
and
Lucy's
them.
out
They
there.
didn't let you go
Lucy's.
buy some liquor. You know what I mean? Only got some bread. You know what I mean? So
Like,
it was
these
wild.
These sticks is for my grandma. I need to get like 3 of them. She smokes swishers. Send me with a note. Like,
That's funny, man.
But yeah, that's how that one. But man, prison though. That was wild. So you remember being in being in jail with me?
Yep.
Remember that? That was wild too, man.
Hey,
I remember
man.
the first. I remember we was in
That was crazy. Where did we meet?
band park. I was trustee.
F2. Yeah, that's right.
Because they was moving all of us feds up, all of us trustees over there, and that's when I did my 6 months. When I did my 6 months.
Okay.
Luckily, the homie.
Yeah, that's when you said you
Mayfield.
got your weed charge, your possession charge.
Yeah.
Is that Mayfield? What's his name?
Mayfield, yeah.
Mayfield.
Yeah, Mayfield.
He's a coach at Dewar.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
he booked me in when I got sentenced for 6 months. And man, see, when I did my sanction, like it was fucked up because like when I talked to my lawyer, he was like, man, if I do a drug test, you bro, and as long as you pass, you'll be alright. So that morning, I drink Gel, and I get one of them drinks, you know what I mean, them gold
Flush drinks,
Yeah, I
whatever,
drink the shit out of it, you know what I mean. So then when I go to court, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm about to go fucking piss and it'll be good. And he takes me in jail. So I'm in fucking holding cell. My shit hurt like a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Because I drink all that shit.
You gotta save that pee for that time.
For that time. And then Mayfield was booking me in. You know what I mean? We know of each other. We knew of each other. But he was like, man, I'm going to make you a trustee, bro. Yeah. And shit, that's when I put me in trustee. Then, you know, they had us in the regular pod for like 2 months. Then they moved us up there with F2. And then that's when we met. Was I there before you or after you?
After,
Yeah, you got there first time. And then we having the same cell. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
504, ain't it?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
Shark Bait?
Y'all didn't come to Louisiana. It was just a.
Yeah, it was the F2 504.
Master Boy now, Master P now.
hey man, if you heard anything from him,
I ain't seen Shark Bait in a fucking minute, bro.
Man.
It's been a minute, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I hope he's alright, you know what I mean? But it's been a minute since
Yeah, I hope he's alright too.
Man, it might have been locked up, really. You know how it is when you're locked up, man, you build that bond with somebody. And you build that bond, you know, especially in there. But when you're in there, everybody trying to fly straight, you feel me? Everybody trying to do something positive. But then when you get out, you get back into the world. And some people stay straight, some people don't, you feel me? So like, when you're in jail, so I tell everybody too, I say you get real close to people in jail. So, but then when you get out of jail, sometimes you fuck with that person, sometimes you don't. I mean, it's just that, you know how it is.
I kicked it with him a time or two after.
Man, we hit each other up. That's when he started making music and shit. And he was gonna go over and fuck with him on that shit. But man, when I got out at that time, I was just grinding. You know what I mean? Working.
Yeah.
Then when I went to prison, man. Yeah.
I don't know if he slowed down. I don't know. I hope he has. I hope he's doing good. Shout out.
Yeah, I was Shark Bait.
Shout out.
That shit was funny.
It's crazy how people get the nicknames.
Yeah, the nicknames like Pac-Man.
I was telling him, man,
Yeah.
you're the one that gave that to me for fighting and shit.
Yeah, in the jail.
That's so funny, man. That's so funny.
That shit was funny.
Manny Pacquiao, they said I looked like Manny Pacquiao. I was growing my hair out, man.
This shit is in the way
I was
too.
fighting.
It was, man. And it was
Fire
fighting.
hair long as hell. Yeah. Fabio and
We was it was like a skater, yeah, it did. We was cellies.
yeah.
It was me, him, and remember that one day, Tommy?
Oh, yeah.
That's when you hit him too, you remember that?
Man.
That's when he tried to hide behind me.
I had him
that shit, that shit was funny.
I had to hit a few of them. Remember that one with the cell phone?
Yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm glad he took that, because it was,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
that was crazy.
We got caught with a cell phone.
Oh,
In Omogi County Jail.
Yeah, bro.
We got caught with a cell
Man,
phone.
Get your right up.
never in my life have I ever heard dogs in jail. They had dogs in jail, bro. Yeah, like dogs, like dead ass. Like he brought drug dogs in fucking jail. We woke up to that shit. I thought it was playing. I thought he was playing.
Nah, he wasn't playing.
Nah, it wasn't.
Nah. Yeah, that was. Hey man, Omogi County's different, bro.
Yeah, man, that's what it is.
That's
Way worse than the shit you see on TV. And
man, it's like the shit you see on TV.
That
all the
shit nice on TV.
it's all the bad. It's all the bad shit that they show on like all the prison movies.
Yeah.
And all the shows on like the TV channels, Locked Up. Hell yeah, that's Omogi, bro.
Did either of y'all ever seen anybody get stabbed while y'all was locked up?
Yeah.
Several, bro. Several.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel whatever. How did y'all feel whenever y'all seen it? Like, it ain't
Man.
none of your business, whatever. But like,
Yeah, you got-
like
yeah.
damn, I would watch the fuck out.
Yeah, because you know that's when you know it's real. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? 'Cause-
I don't know, man. I've had a few encounters. Like sometimes shit pop off, bro. Just pops all the way off.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
all the way off.
All the way off,
You
yeah.
just stab somebody. Race war. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah, you got no
Everybody,
choice.
let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah, you just stabbed a brother. Like one time a Hoover stabbed a brother. And man, I really hate that political shit, man, because that ain't my life.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But Hoover stabbed a native and shit, we had to get out. It was time to get out. Everyone, get out. Let's go.
Pick
Go on to
somebody,
war.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
Bloods said that they were staying out of it, and then at the end the Bloods jumped in too, so it ended up being a real race war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then guards came in, cops came in. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Crazy, bro. Blood flying everywhere. They weren't stopped. People were still fighting. Guards was coming in, pulling them out one by one.
It's intense when the brothers gather up when you're talking about it and you're like voting on it. Like, all right, brothers, who wants to fall out? We're gonna fall. They explain the reason, whatever, and then you get the reason. Whatever. I don't know. One time it was funny. Hey, one brother was like, he got knocked in, he got punched. He's like, hey man, we need to go to war. But he's like, all right man, we'll get together, man. You grab your shit. He goes, I gotta go with you. He's like, that motherfucker hit me hard as hell. I'm trying to have y'all fighting for me. Hey, that motherfucker hit me hard. Look at my eye. I can't take another punch. I was like, oh shit, we about to fall out over this motherfucker. I was like, man, but shit. And it was like, he left the room, right? So then one of the brothers got mad, started talking shit. So I was like, oh yeah, I guess he wanted to take him to court. That man, that brother just left. I said, shit, I guess he wants to take him to court. And when he came back in, and he tried to act like it was regular. They ran it down through there. But yeah, man, this shit being intense. You're like, damn, I'm gonna get to go home. This is gonna be the time where I'm about to go get behind the fence.
Yeah. Especially when you see that fence.
Yeah.
When you see that fence.
Thanks for tuning in and being a part of this channel. If you enjoyed this one, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to follow us to stay connected. Follow us on TikTok at Corrections Reflections, and find the Guilty brand on Etsy at Corrections Co. This is Corrections Reflections with Will and Boo.